What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stas Sealy back with another one. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing. Before we get on with this video, I need you guys to make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and share this video. Make sure you hit that post notification bell so you guys can get notified every time I drop a new video. But anyways, today's topic is gonna be about de-escalation. I'm gonna be dropping some gems in you guys. Today's gonna be one of the best, most informative videos when it comes to self-defense shooting, offensive shooting, when it comes to tactical shooting, when it comes to shooting in general. I'm going to be giving you guys some advice that I don't see anybody online on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I hardly see any of these tactical guys, some of these instructors. I hardly see anybody talk about this topic. What is the most important piece of advice when it comes to self-defense shooting, tactical shooting, when it comes to offensive shooting, any type of shooting? The best advice that I can give you guys is de-escalation. That is today's topic. Alright, let's get this topic started. De-escalation. What is de-escalation? And why is it so important when it comes to handguns, everyday carrying pistols, when it comes to shooting, self-defense, or even just defending yourself with hand-to-hand combat? Why is de-escalation so important, but yet rarely spoken about? When you look at martial arts, right? Any type of martial arts, it doesn't matter what type of martial arts you study. The sensei always teach the students about de-escalation. You want to de-escalate the situation. You don't want to go around starting fights just because you can fight. Just because you're baby Bruce Lee, that doesn't mean that you should go around starting fights all the time. That's not the whole point of the karate or any type of martial arts. I'm saying karate, but martial arts in general, not to go around kicking everybody's ass just because you can. The whole point of martial arts is learning discipline, learning self-discipline, learning how to walk away, learning how to de-escalate things. And if you ask me, when it comes to carrying guns, when it comes to martial arts, any type of fighting style, defending yourself, whether it's with your fist, the firearm, I think the most important thing that you need to learn to do is de-escalate a situation. I'm not ignorant to the fact. I know that not every situation can be de-escalated. I know this, man. I know that you can't de-escalate every single situation, but if you're a law-abiding citizen carrying a firearm, it's your duty, it's your responsibility to try to de-escalate any situation before it turns into a deadly situation. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you guys a video. I honestly don't know where this video originated from. I don't know what city or state. This is a classic example of why you want to practice discipline, self-discipline, and you want to make sure that you try to de-escalate any situation that you find yourself in. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play this clip. The clip starts off, I guess, these two guys, I don't know if it was some type of road rage incident or I don't know what the situation is, but they're both parked. It looked like at a store or something, possibly a gas station. I'm not sure exactly. And I guess the guy's girlfriend started recording, I guess, when he was getting out the car. These guys are going back and forth, verbal. And the one guy said, "I'm going to slap you." And the other guy, then he got up and he got mad, because of his ego and said, "Okay, come slap me then, come slap me then." And then the guy in the other car, I don't think the other guy even got out the other car. The other guy just took a gun out and just started shooting homeboy in. I'm talking about he mag dumped on homeboy. You know what I'm saying? The whole situation could have been avoided if he had just walked away. Sometimes you just gotta swallow your pride and just try to de-escalate the situation, even if you're not in the wrong. All right, so we're just gonna jump right into the video. It's really short. It's about 30 seconds. And that's how quick you can lose your life because of pride, ego, and just try to impress and show off for other people. You could lose your life within seconds if you don't learn how to de-escalate situations. Let's go ahead and play this video.
Come on, say, bro, slap me. Slap me, I'm about to do this. I'm not
going to go, come
slap me, nigga. Come slap me like I'm my hoe, nigga. Yeah. Bro, I'm not playing with shit. You trying to do the one that's crying if I say, come slap something, nigga. If I'm a hoe, come slap something.
Man. Woo. See, and that's what I'm saying, man. Just like that. Homeboy emptied the magazine. Let's play it back again.
Come on. Say, bro, slap me. Slap me, I'm about to do this.
You got out the car, man.
Come slap me, nigga. Come slap me like I'm my hoe, nigga. Yeah. Bro, I'm not playing with shit. You trying to do the one that's crying if I say, come slap something, nigga. If I'm a hoe, come
I'm trying to count the number of shots. I'm trying to count the number of shots that go off.
Come step me like I'm my hoe, nigga. Yeah. Bro, I'm not playing with shit. You trying to do the one that's crying if I say, come slap something, nigga. If I'm a hoe, come slap something.
About 15 shots, and that's what I'm talking about right there. Like that whole situation, it didn't even need to go that far. I don't know what happened. He said, the guy obviously said something about, you bitching about the car, I'm bitching about the car. So I don't know if it was some type of accident. I don't know if it was like a little accident, or I don't know if it was some type of road rage incident. We don't know, because it literally started when he got out the car. The person literally started recording when he got out the car. So I don't know any background information. I don't know how it started. I don't know who was in the wrong. I don't know if he was in the wrong, if the other guy was in the wrong. I don't know, but just like that, 30 seconds not being able to swallow your pride and walk away from a situation, 30 seconds not being able to de-escalate the situation, 30 seconds of not being able to swallow your ego can end your life. That man emptied the magazine on him. That was about 15 rounds. He emptied the clip on him. He didn't shot him not one time. He didn't shot him not 2 times, not even 3 times. He shot that boy about 15 times. I counted 15 shots. If I'm wrong, you guys comment below, but I counted 15 shots. This is a problem that we have, and the younger version of myself, I used to be that person. I used to be that guy. I used to be that guy who, I wouldn't back down from nothing. I wasn't scared of nobody, and I didn't care how big you were. I don't care how bad you think you were. I wasn't backing down from nothing, because I had the mentality, I'm on that ish. You know what I'm saying? I had the mentality that I'm about that. The thing is, like I try to tell people, no matter how bad you think you are, there's always somebody else that think he's just a little bit better. No matter how gangster you think you are, there's always somebody else who's just gonna be a little bit gangster. No matter how Billy Badass you are, there always gonna be somebody that's just a little more Billy Badasser. This is a serious incident. This is something that, like I said, we need to learn how to swallow our pride, first of all, as men, especially young black men. And it's not about race. I'm not making this about race at all. It doesn't matter if you're black, it doesn't matter if you're white, it doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, but I see this a lot in a lot of blacks and Hispanics. So that's why I'm addressing this situation towards black and Hispanics. We grew up in a society where it's pretty rough, it's pretty violent, and you have to be that guy. You have to be tough. You have to be able to survive. If you don't survive, if you don't know how to eat, you will be eaten. And that's how a lot of us grew up. Growing up, I had that mentality that I wasn't playing with nobody. I don't care who you were. I wasn't playing. I was about that smoke. If you want that smoke, I'm gonna light that fire. And that's just the mentality I have. And as young men, I'm not gonna say any race, as young men in general, no matter where you grew up, we have to learn to swallow our pride. First of all, we have to learn to let that ego go, because having that big ego is gonna get you killed. It's gonna get you shot down. De-escalation, man. Just because you carry a firearm, just because you're carrying a gun, whether you're legal or illegal carrying a gun, that don't mean that somebody else isn't carrying a gun. You're not the only one out there with a gun. So this is the thing. This is the mindset that you have to have right out the gate. Understand, you're not the only person carrying a gun. It's so important that we understand that just because you're carrying a gun, that don't mean that you just talk all crazy to people because, oh, I got a gun. Just because you train, just because you know how to shoot, that don't mean that you go around like, oh, I'm this and I'm that, because at the end of the day, you don't know the other person's mindset. You might be carrying a gun, but you might not be on that mindset that, oh, I'm about to kill somebody just because they say something crazy to me. You might be on a whole different level which you're carrying a gun, but this other guy, you don't know what he got going on. You don't know what he's going through. You don't know what the personal life is like. You don't know if he's wanted by the cops already. His baby moms might have cheated on him. His family member might have just got killed. A close family might have just got killed. You don't know people's mindset. You don't know what the other person is going through. This seemed like it possibly could be this possibly was a road rage type incident. Possibly could be like they got into an accident, so they pulled over, and you know what I'm saying? So no matter what situation you find yourself, especially if it's a road rage incident, you have to learn to just try to keep a cool head. When something happened right away, everybody takes it up here. You have to dig deep within yourself to bring yourself back down. You have to bring yourself down, because at the end of the day, it's like I said, you don't know what that person's going through. You don't want to, talk all crazy to somebody, because he obviously, the other guy in the car, he just wasn't having it. And I guess he probably threatened them, like to say, hey, don't get slapped around here talking crazy. And the guy got, remember, the guy's with his girl, because the girl's recording in the passenger seat. So he said that. And I guess, his ego got in the way. His pride got in the way. This man just told me he's going to slap me in front of my girl. Oh no. So he took it there. He escalated it 1,000-fold. He escalated it because homeboy said he was going to slap him. I understand, when a man threatens to slap you, trust me, I know. I've been there. I've done that. I know, right away you just get super agitated and you just get super defensive, because especially if there's people around, even if there's nobody around, if another grown grown-ass man threatening to slap you, you know what I'm saying? You get really offended. You're like, you gonna slap me, bro? Like, you're gonna slap me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So even if nobody was around, people still take it there. Like I said, I've been there, so I understand. You have to grow up and you have to train yourself and you have to tell yourself that, you know what? I don't have nothing to prove. I don't have nothing to prove to her. I don't have nothing to prove to the homies in the back seat. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. I don't got nothing to prove to this guy. If this guy's come out the car and said he's gonna beat my ass, then hey, I'm not trying to challenge you. You the man, bro. Yeah, you probably can beat my ass. I don't want that smoke. I don't want no beef. Even though I know I got a gun on me, even though that I'm carrying legally, even though I know if this guy approached me, I could technically shoot him for self-defense. It just depends on the situation. I'm still not gonna be like, come slap me then, come slap me then, because the minute I engage in that verbal combat, my chances of self-defense just is dropping. So look at it like this. Every time you walk into an incident, an altercation or something, your self-defense chances is here. But the more you talk and the more you engage and the more you escalate the situation, your self-defense level just drops. Starting off the altercation, my self-defense level is here. The minute he say, I'm gonna slap the shit out you in front of your girl, his self-defense level drop. The minute you say, oh, come slap me then, come slap me then, my self-defense drops. And so forth and so forth, and it just keeps dropping. And the more you engage in verbal combat and escalating the situation, the more your self-defense chances is dropping, because now you went from self-defense to now being an aggressor in the situation. You're helping aggravate and aggress the situation even more. Always understand that when you're carrying a firearm, it's not about who's the best shooter, because I could be the best shooter in the world. I could be Top Gun. I could be the top shooter in the world. But my mentality isn't just pull my gun out and shoot somebody just because I'm a good shot. Obviously, his mentality is like that. He's on the mentality that the minute somebody stepped to me, I'm pulling my gun and shooting. I don't care if he's a worse shot at all. He probably didn't hit him with all 15 rounds. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But it doesn't matter if he got shot with all 15 rounds, because at the end of the day, he shot first. He didn't care about your life. He didn't care about anybody else's life around. He didn't care. That's the mentality that we all have to have. We don't know what this other person is going through. Try to always de-escalate the situation. If you get a little fender bender, the person's all irate, just be like, you know what, I'm sorry. Even if you're not wrong, even if this person hits your car, don't be all irate and agitated, and don't be, I know it's frustrating, especially when you see people doing dumb stuff in traffic, and then that person, you see somebody swerving, all of a sudden this person swerving and hits you. You're gonna be pissed. Trust me, I'll be pissed too. With some idiot swerving out of traffic, I see him swerving all the way, he swerves into me, I'm gonna be pissed, because I've been seeing him doing it. Now he ran into me, so I know you're gonna be mad. And like I said, I don't know if that was, I don't know the situation. I don't know what happened in that situation. You have to understand that you have to be the bigger man. You have to be the bigger man, the bigger person, the bigger human being in the situation. Whether it's you're dealing with a female or whether you're dealing with a man. Even if you're dealing with a female and you know that you can physically probably beat this girl's behind, still you're not gonna, don't escalate it, because at the end of the day, you don't know if this female got a gun. She might feel threatened. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Just because it's a female and she might be smaller than you, don't go talking all crazy to her, because at the end of the day, she might be carrying a gun too for self-defense. And if you approach her cursing her, yelling and calling her, she could shoot you and be like, I feared for my life. This big man came towards me, he threatened me, he had something in his arm, I feared for my life, so I pulled my weapon and I shot him to stop him. If she went to any self-defense course, you would know what that means. I shot him to stop him. Hey, if you know, you know. If you've been in any type of self-defense course, you've been in any type of concealed carry course, you've been in any type of tactical training course, I shot him to stop him. Keywords. But anyways, just learn to de-escalate situations. Just like martial arts, they teach the students that you want to try to avoid any situation. You want to try to de-escalate any situation. You don't just go and start fighting people and start beating people up just because you know karate. You don't just go around picking fights just because you know you can beat this person. That's not what martial arts is about. And they teach that. They teach that before you even start fighting, before any sensei in any dojo start teaching the students, they teach them self-discipline. You have to know how to be disciplined. You have to know how to be the bigger man. You have to know how to walk away and de-escalate situations. That's the first thing they teach you. Before they even show you how to throw a punch, they teach you. Martial arts is not about hurting people and harming people. Martial arts is for defending yourself. Martial arts is for defense. Not to go beating up everybody, not to be offensive, beating up everybody. Martial arts is for defense. I don't understand why a lot of these instructors don't teach this in their classes, in their courses. Will I be the first? Will I have to be the first instructor to teach people how to de-escalate situations? If that's the case, then I'll be the first handgun rifle instructor to teach people to de-escalate situations, because de-escalation is the most important part about carrying any firearms or carrying any weapons for self-defense. But anyways, I'm not going to make this too long. I wanted to make this quick public service announcement about de-escalation, because I see videos like this, and I see a lot of videos like this where people just escalate and escalate and escalate and escalate, and nobody tries to de-escalate the situation. The guy who shot didn't try to de-escalate. The guy who got shot. They didn't try to de-escalate. His girlfriend sitting in the passenger seat recording the phone. They didn't try to de-escalate. That's another thing. If you're around people and you're with a friend, your boyfriend, your husband, your girlfriend, whatever, if you're with somebody and you see they're getting into a situation, don't just record it and laugh about it, hee hee ha ha, because this man, I'm pretty sure he lost his life because he got shot 15 times at close range. The chances of him surviving is slim. I'm not saying it's impossible. I don't know how many times he got shot. I don't know where he got shot. I don't know anything about that, but I'm pretty sure he possibly died from that. He probably could have survived, but the chances of surviving is slim. That boy shot him 15 times. Like I said, I don't know how many rounds hit him. I don't know how many times he got actually shot, but he shot at him 15 times. Understand, man, be a part of the solution. Don't be a part of the problem. Don't make the problem bigger by being a bigger problem. Don't escalate situations because you never know what the other person is on. You never know what mentality you got. You never know if this person's carrying a gun and don't care. So you always have to understand that it's like, it doesn't matter how good of a shot you are. Doesn't matter how good you think you are on the range. Out in the streets, people don't have that discipline. People don't have that mentality. He probably had something to prove. The guy who shot him, he was probably with his boys. He probably felt like he got to prove something. There's that pride again. There's that ego again. So as men, in general, doesn't matter if you're white, black, Hispanic, whatever. As men, we have to learn to swallow our pride. We have to learn to let that ego go. It's not worth dying for your pride and ego. Because at the end of the day, you get shot 15 times on the side of the street, in the middle of the street, because of your ego, because of your pride. It's not worth it, man. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys, man. I'm not going to drag this out. Go to a proper handgun self-defense course. If the instructor doesn't teach you how to de-escalate situations, how to verbally de-escalate situations, how to use your words to try to de-escalate a situation, your instructor is not doing you a service. He is not a good instructor. And I don't care how good you are. I don't care how many years military law enforcement experience you got. I don't care how many bodies you got in the military. I don't care how much deployments you've been on, how many combat deployments you've been on. I don't care how many combat shootouts you've been on a deployment. I don't care how great you are. And I'm not discrediting, I'm not talking trash about anybody. I'm not, but I'm just saying, if you're such a superstar instructor, you're such a superstar shot, and you're not teaching your students de-escalation, how good are you? Really? How good are you? But anyways, that's it for today, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. Thank you guys for subscribing. We're almost at 600 at the recording of this video. We're at 637 to be exact. Thank you guys. We are on the road to 1,000. We appreciate it. And remember, be greater than you were yesterday. Stas Sealy out.